Boom! We're off with another episode of Booze Your Data Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Alan Snyder, here with my boy, Democrat, Republican, or Liberal, Zach Elias. What's up, buddy?
I don't care for the title of this episode.
Why,
we'll
Zach?
get into that in a hot minute.
Booze Your Data the Podcast. Tuesdays, we do it live. Saturdays, we post it later. People are listening to these episodes. Good. We need more ratings. Next time anybody goes home and you see your parents' cell phone, grab the cell phone and go to the thing, give us 5 stars. Write something funny, make up a funny name for all I care. We're trying to get to 50 before the end of this year.
That would be hot.
Yeah, it'll be great. It's super easy.
Do that on your parents' cell phones. Then put like Grindr as one of your dad's apps and see where that goes.
Episode 142.
Like farmers only or black people meet.
GTFO, which only means one thing, Zach. What does those letters stand for?
Get the fuck out.
Get the fungool out of here. We're going to talk about that. I can't wait to get all the details. Before we do
There's
that, Zach.
There's nothing to tell. He was an animal.
Why don't you tell everybody but you are drinking for tonight's episode?
So, I was at the supermarket, and he's just, I don't know if I've had it before. And I like the girl, I like the title. Lagunitas, little something.
Little something.
No,
it's 2 of them.
There's only one. Little something. And then it's something ale. It's not a little something ale. No, it's a little something. And then she's sitting on it. And she's got the...
I bet she is.
She's put together.
It's little something ale.
Bullshit.
Are you kidding me? I can see it.
I'm looking right at it. The second one isn't under... It's like the below the lines thing. If it was little something, it would both be in the same font. That's just grammar.
Read it below where it says little something. What does it say below that?
Something ale.
Oh my God. Is this serious right now?
Yeah.
It says in red letters, it says little something, and below it says something ale. It's little something ale.
No, it's little something. Then they'll look like, what? Hey, it's something ale. No.
This might be one of your worst things.
Unlimited release. What?
One of your worst things. Like, this is just idiocracy.
It's not idiotic. It's little something. And then the smaller font is a descriptor. It's a something ale. If it would be the same font, if it was something.
For tonight's episode, Zach, I'm happy that I have a local beer from New Jersey. This is called Just Pilsner, water, yeast, malt, hops from the Tom's River Brewing Company.
They lost.
Which,
Massapequa.
I tell you, if you're not from Jersey, or even if you are, whenever the topic of Tom's River comes up, all people talk about is...
baseball. They just churn them out.
Little League,
Frazier and crew.
Little League World Series, which...
like they're relevant every year. There's something in the water down there, in that beer.
I thought this would be a good one for us because I think we might have a good couple of stories, or at least your story, all about baseball. But before we do, Zach, release the Kraken.
But you've had this thing I'm about to have. Is it any good?
Yeah.
No?
Well, something's fine. Ron Katz.
Something. It's not like yeah.
Welcome back from España.
Oh, how was that? Muy bueno.
Well, you'll have a chance to ask him all about it. All right, Zach.
I shot my shot. I used my forum.
We're not using this as a Zoom meeting for you to find out about it.
This is everything. By the way, I still want to do couples therapy, but the way I want to do it. All the couples I know get into a room with a therapist, and then just no rules. But I have to know everyone in the room, and then we just air our shit about each other. How amazing would that be?
You're bearing the lead. GTFO, set the scene. Tell me what happened, because I have a whole things I want to talk about. This episode got officially scrapped. I had an amazing trip that I can't wait to tell people about. That will be episode 143 if you're tuning in to hear about my weekend, which you're not. Zach?
Just about your weekend. I am 41 and a half years old.
Look every bit of it.
I'm sure I do. I have been playing baseball and softball since I'm probably 6, 7. I have never in my life been thrown out of a game until last week.
Well, let's say a Shechianu for you then, buddy. First time.
Exactly. Anyway, so
what'd you do? What happened?
So here's what happened. You shut the fuck up, I'll tell you.
Sorry, you're busy bossing.
Yeah. So the ump was feisty as could be. He was yapping at the outfielders in the other game for getting into our game. He was just hot.
Sounds great, considering that usually they stand on second base.
Yeah, no kidding. So he was feisty about that.
Imagine if there was a soccer game going on in the outfield.
I've been in that field.
He would have castrated those people.
I've been on that field. Or a football game. 128, I think it's real. Good luck. Anyway, so I was playing first. It was a ball that was hit by a girl, slow roller to short.
Who's on first?
Nobody. I'm playing first.
No, who's on first?
With you. This is the lead. You're just burying it with the cheap puns and Abbott jokes. Anyway. So the throw pulls me off the base up the line. Because I am cat-like and nimble, I get the ball, I catch the ball, and I tag the girl right in her midsection.
In her tatas?
No, she didn't have her name. But nevertheless, no, right in the I'm pretty good about not, being handsy out there. So anyway, the sheer force of her running into my glove with the ball knocks her back like 3 steps to the point where I try to help her up with my glove hand. She doesn't fall. Hence, I've now tagged her on both sides. The ump didn't see either, clearly. And I'm not even sure she ever actually got to first.
I was going to say, she probably still didn't get to first base.
He calls her safe. Not interference.
On what?
I didn't have the ball. But I showed him that I had the ball in my hand.
Well, you tag with the glove and the ball's in your hand. That doesn't work.
No. The ball was in the glove. And so she's out. He didn't see that I caught the ball in the glove. So he essentially just thinks the ball's in the river. 2 times I tagged her. Then I just open my glove and show it to him. The ball is in there. Safe. Now, because I am 41...
How was your cool? Did you not do like a timeout? Like, I had the ball?
I said,
or you were you blind?
Well, if you let me finish the lead, I will get
you. You like being interrupted? I got 141 episodes of this.
Your mother. Anyway, so then I show it to him, and I go, are you kidding me? What is wrong? And because I'm 41, and now... You were at the game where I went blind. Now I do wear glasses in the infield for night softball and night driving, because in game 2 years ago, I could see the ball hit the bat, and then the ball go whizzing by me, and it was just gone for about 20 yards in between net. So, yes. Anyway, I take off my glasses, and I follow him up the line holding said glasses and saying, I think you need these more than I do.
Automatic. In New York City?
No, it isn't. It's cheeky.
Zach, co-ed, high arc, beer league softball.
No high arc. It's modified. It's Yorkville.
Co-ed, softball, recreational.
Mm-hmm.
To take your glasses off and go do that, it's as bad as arguing balls and strikes.
Fine, that doesn't get you run in softball.
Did he get you? Were you tossed at this point?
Yes, that point I got tossed. So then
you get your money's worth.
Then I go back to first base because he quietly goes, "You're out of here" or something. And like I go back to the base, I'm like, I didn't hear him. Nobody heard him. And
did you just pull a Costanza? Like you quit and you just...
Well, no, nobody heard him. And then the base coach goes, I think you got thrown out for that? And I go, no way. He goes, yeah, I don't know. He said something. And then the ump goes, no, you got to leave. I go, what do you mean I have to leave? He goes, you got to go. You're gone. I go, are you out of your mind? That's when I said, are you out of your mind? Like, he goes, go, you got to leave. I go, so I have to go home now? He goes, I didn't say that.
Yeah, no. I don't even think you can stay and watch on the bench. You have to leave the premises.
We're getting to that. That information would have been useful.
It happened one time. I've seen it. Go on.
So I sit on the bench, and he's just not doing anything. The game is just frozen. And we're all like, what? He goes, hey, you can't sit there. Yeah. I go, why not? It's a bench. It's in a park. He goes, no, you can't. I'm like, I'm sitting here. I'm like Rosa Parks. I'm not moving. So,
why don't you put on your best Bobby Valentine and just grab a mustache?
The joke was made by Kevin Duncan.
Damn it.
Anyway,
Duncan's the best.
He's the best. So anyway, I'm sitting there, and the ump is screaming, saying, no, you have to leave. You have to leave. I go, where do you want me to go? So I had to go. Apparently, I said I have to go behind the fence next to Osvaldo's girlfriend, Chicana. So he goes, I don't care where you go. You can't sit there. I go, I can sit wherever I want. This is America. Then I said something.
Now you're trying to get a suspension for another game at this point, right? You realize you've been tossed.
I didn't realize anything. I don't know the rules.
No, this is when after this, it's going to be refusal to leave the premises. You're going to get multiple games.
How hard it is to get thrown out in Zog? You have to like take it out pretty much. This guy had a quick hook. Those guys, the drunk guy in Zog, you can do anything. He's not going to throw you out. I don't care. So anyway, at this point, I yelled to him, this is America. I don't have to go anywhere. You're a Nazi. To which point, the other team falls down laughing. Nazi is clearly a trigger word that makes everybody laugh. So he goes, excuse me? I said, you're being a Nazi. I don't have to go anywhere. I have to leave. So then he goes, say it one more time. I go,
Nazi.
I said, it's not Beetlejuice. I can say what I want. And then everyone's rolling.
What was going to happen if you said it a third time? I mean, honestly.
Hitler shows up like Beetlejuice. I don't know. I have no idea what he thought was going to happen. I think I might have called him Goebbels on the way out. But like Goebbels is bumping the game over there. There was apparently, and we discussed sending an email about him. He preempted because there was an email sent about the situation. I've got a game Thursday. I am not yet suspended, but litigation's still pending.
Usually, if punches are thrown, guaranteed. Other than
that, don't do anything. It's verbal. And then the ump said he didn't come there to get abused. And Eric goes, "Well, you only got abused after you threw him up for no reason, and it's not that abusive." I mean, the whole thing was wild. I didn't get nose to nose with him, and I didn't kick any dirt. There wasn't any dirt to kick. It was the whip. It's just schmutz.
You could pick up one of those little rocks.
Those rubber things that cause cancer and start pelting him with it. I mean, I might have rattled the cage behind there like Daniel Stern in Rookie of the Year. Let's play some ball! Osvaldo's girlfriend, who was delightful, was cracking up. Then the coach from the other team, they had a coach, a woman.
I've seen that.
Yeah, she was 60-something and gross, and I think I made a Pee-wee's Big Adventure reference.
Large
Marge sent you.
Yeah, Large Marge.
Yeah. So there was that, which also got a laugh on our bench, except one person on our bench said that I shouldn't have said that because
it's not nice.
Well, not because she didn't get the reference. She just thought I was calling her Large Marge.
Yeah, you said. I assume she was a bigger girl.
No, ish. Who isn't when you're at 50-something? She was just husky. She would have killed me if we threw down. So, that was what happened. I've never been thrown out of a game. I don't think that warrants a hook. No warning. No anything.
Yeah.
You would have run me for that?
I think the "do you need these glasses" was a little quick. But if you kept going, yeah, it was worth it. I
took 3 steps. I asked him twice.
It was a little quick, but yes.
It's a lot quick. I think Nazis withdrew the email though.
Oh yeah.
Why can't you say that?
You and I have talked about, like, every time Whoopi Goldberg brings up Nazis, we're like, just don't ever talk about it. It's a buzzword. You can't say it.
I can say it. My people. Not the Nazis, but the people. I'm Jewish. I can, these things happen.
Nazi is your N-word?
Apparently. I mean, it's a word. It starts with an N. It's checking a lot of boxes.
No, there was a softball game forever ago. I had a player coach who was a little bit of a hardo, and there was a...
Hardo? What the fuck does that mean?
Like a die-hard softball player.
That's not a word.
You're so wrong.
Well,
you've never seen it online. It's always like, check out this hardo. It's like the guy who shows up.
I've never seen online. That's great.
No, a hardo's like, somebody who takes something way too seriously. But we had one where, like, a fight was brewing in a slow pitch softball game to the point that, like, you could feel it. And I remember being on third base, and next thing you know, it was a play at the plate. Punches are thrown, and I'd even said to the girl on third, I said, "Hey, if something goes down, we're just going to pretend like we're fighting, right?" She's like, "Yeah, totally." Like, I'm not getting involved in this. We redo the game because I think it was a playoff game. The guy shows up, and he's not allowed to be there for the suspended game. He was in the outfield all the way down the line with, like, a hat and sunglasses because that's what a hardo does. They showed up to watch their own team play. It was great. Zach, I have been ejected from one kickball game ever. But
I'm the asshole.
Guy on first. I'm playing second base between first and second. There is a ground ball kick to me as the guy is kind of running towards me. And I got news for you. In kickball, to toss it to the person who's usually a girl at second, you're not making this play. The easiest thing to do is, because, in kickball, you
can the guy.
Peg him or just wait till he gets near me. I can touch him, maybe turn two. The guy does like a run about 5 feet away and he just stops. And you see the thought process going, and I'm holding the ball kind of like in a rundown. Could I have just went to second? Maybe, but I was trying to. He then takes off right into me and blows me up. I don't go down, but like the ball goes flying. Hey, ball goes flying. And I grabbed the ball. I stand up and I push him. I said, "What's your fucking problem?" And he goes, "I was trying to knock the ball out of her hand." I said, "It's kickball.
He'll lead you.
It's kickball. The ball is fire. You're out if you knock the ball out of my hand." That's where I was like, this makes no sense. And then I think the game was stopped right there. I was ejected immediately, mainly for trying to pick a fight. And he ran into me, and then the league had like to review it, which I didn't get suspended after that. But I just remember being like, he ran directly into me, and we both got kicked out. But me by going like, "What's your fucking problem?" Because he goes, "I was trying to dislodge the ball," which makes no sense at all. No sense.
When the ball touches you, you're out.
Exactly. I said the ball's fire.
Your money's worth with the ump at least.
It happens so fast.
That's what Julia said too. Got one more, like Beetlejuice. Yeah, it was ridiculous. The whole thing is insane. The league hasn't gotten back to us yet. I'm usually not that feisty, and it was sort of charming, the glasses thing. Hey, you need glasses. I'm
You embarrassed him.
I had He's embarrassing. I tagged her twice. He's an embarrassment. He's Magoo.
He probably gets $20 to do that game. And he uses it all on Bud Light.
Good. Don't give a shit what he gets.
Zach,
better choices in high school.
I got another fantasy football team name I thought of driving today. Pray, because the Jets are going to need to do it. Pray Salah. Really?
Might as well be Allahu Akbar at this point.
But it's Robert Saleh. So that's what makes it great.
Yeah, I got it. It's not what makes it great. But the Jets are a hot mess anyway. You got your boy Joe Flacco apparently had a great practice today. I saw that on my phone. Zach Wilson's surgery went, quote, as expected.
I saw that. I got that.
Like, what's with you? Put that green jersey on, your career ends. Why would anybody sign with this team? It's a black hole. Seriously, they haven't had a homegrown star on offense since Keyshawn. 100 years ago. Name one. Let's call Wayne Corbett a star.
I was about to do that, but he was before Keyshawn.
No, they were contemporaries. He was actually after, but like star. They've had Revis. They've had Keyshawn. Your turn to name a third.
The center, Kevin Mawai.
When you start, and fine, I'm mangled. When you start going to centers for your star power, you got problems.
Zach, this might be an early candidate for pishadoo of the week. I had a moment today. I have a new patient come in. Older gentleman, really cool. He's got the diabetes real bad, to the point that he says he can't feel anything below his knees.
That's become a thing, by the way, the diabetes.
Can't feel anything below his knees. He has kidney failure. He's going to need dialysis.
Did he eat that ice cream that you sent?
He's really doing bad. At one point, he got emotional. Like, he's a really nice guy, and I'm there to help him. Anyway, we get going with our physical therapy. I asked him what type of music he liked. He says, put on, like, he said easy listening.
I go to Enya and dim the lights.
He said easy listening. I go there. I put it on Spotify. First song is Ed Sheeran's Thinking Out Loud, which I was like, all right, I didn't think of it too much. And we're sitting there in silence, and the first line of the song goes, when your legs don't work like they used to before. I quickly changed it. Like, oh my God. I was like, oh, next song.
That's amazing. It's amazing.
I was so mortified. And it was a little bit of a scenic route, but I went, oh my God, like, what are the chances of this? I mean, this guy was in tears crying about how 75 years old. He's like,
yeah,
it was the worst part of my day. I was like, oh my God, I'm the worst.
That's amazing. What are the odds?
All right, Zachy, your turn. What do you got?
Well, I was going to talk Zach Wilson. We already made fun of him. The only, and me being getting yanked, but the only other thing I've got that I saw, have you seen the Ronaldo statue? The Cristiano Ronaldo?
The ugly one?
No, that's his bust, like the Hall of Fame.
Oh, I don't know.
There is a statue in Portugal somewhere.
Are women just jumping on it and trying to get pregnant?
No, well, no, pretty much. There's a statue, and the crotch is like this giant, mangina. It's this huge thing, and it is worn out because the thing to do is to go and like rub his junk. So like it's actively being worn, and everybody does it. Guys, I saw this and could not stop laughing.
Why not?
Yeah, of course. It's just so now it's all shiny because it's just the statue is.
So there's a college where they have a turtle on campus, and
you rub his balls too.
No, you rub the nose. That's the thing. You rub the nose for good luck.
Yeah, well. How's that work with Cristiano Ronaldo's nuts? Same thing, I guess.
I got a good segue.
By the way, how's that going for that team?
No, you do it for finals. And went great. I'm a doctor.
Oh, sure. That Team USA jersey was playing with some guy's busted up legs, listening to Ed Sheeran. You got it all figured out.
I got a good segue from your Ronaldo ball story. So
it's a lot from there, yeah. The jumping off point.
I don't know who's a bigger dick in this situation, but this was like pishadoo kind of, but it's a better story because it unites. So one, CNN's Jeffrey Toobin, who we all know what he did and got released and then brought back, has since left the network for bigger and better pastures, which, what an asshole. Like, they brought you back. Wwhy? And
where is he going? Newsmax? One of those like rabbit hole ones?
I cannot believe he's leaving that network and trying to do something bigger and better. But that's in comparison to, and this might be a reference that most younger people don't get, but what is Tommy Lee most famous for other than being a Motley Crue?
Stripping Pam Anderson? Being a drummer?
And having a medium...
A lot of tattoos?
He posted
a hog on him.
He posted a full-blown nude picture on Instagram this past weekend, just because.
You can do nudity on Instagram?
No, I think it got taken down, but it was trending on Twitter. I basically saw Tommy Lee trending on Twitter. I'm like, oh God, did he die? Did he pull an Anne Heche? Like, what happened?
Whoa, pull an Anne Heche. That's it.
We were dropping that all weekend. I have strong takes, by the way. I think, one time I said I'd love to have, the Alan Snyder disease. If your name becomes a verb, that's pretty good.
Well, what would the Alan Snyder disease be? Like Peyronie's disease?
No. Well, right now,
Schmeckel was looks like a turtle's nose.
We talked about this. That AMS, my initials, is altitude mountain sickness. That's the only thing close to me right now.
What's ZSE?
Work on it.
Yeah.
Not on a rotary phone. But Tommy Lee posted a picture of his hog fully naked.
Zero semen ejaculated, and you don't have it anymore.
I thought that was a really
just
weird
the
one.
hog, just his.
No. It was like an above shot.
Him?
It was it was all of him and the hog, and
so it wasn't just a close up. Like there it is.
Yeah, it was impressive. I have to say, Joe Babe just saw the tape for the first time.
What, where VHS? What were you watching? Wait a minute. There's got to be a story there. Why were you put it in the chat? Put the whole details in there.
We watched the Seth Rogen, the one that they just did on Hulu or whatever. Do you know what I didn't know about that story?
Yeah, a sex tape?
Wait, Tommy Lee and Pam.
No,
that's what we're talking
Seth
about.
Rogen?
No.
Oh, because I would have been all in.
Hulu did a 9-part series maybe where it was all about Seth Rogen plays a role, which I'll explain. And then they have the Winter Soldier, I don't know his real name, who was fantastic as Tommy Lee. And Lily James played Pam. There is a Rafi, you know who I'm talking about. There's a scene where it's just a scene of the cock talking, and it's Rafi doing it was worth watching. Here's what he didn't know, and I'm not spoiling.
Like Mantzoukas?
Yeah, no. Mantzoukas was the voice of.
I gotcha.
What I didn't know about that whole story, and they really show this. It's in the first or second episode.
The movie. I thought she watched the movie.
That's how I also took
it.
What I didn't know was that tape, the Seth Rogen's character broke into Tommy Lee's house, stole a safe, and the tape was just a byproduct in the safe, and then he released it. I didn't know that was how that went down.
Pretty good. Who knew?
I learned this recently, but apparently that was a well-known fact.
Really? Anything about the Screech sex tape? Because that was wild, too.
I've seen that, too.
Me, too. Or the Hulk Hogan. I like any celeb sex tape. I like anyone I've seen like in on TV fully clothed getting after it.
Who's your daddy?
What? Who's your daddy? Us two?
I'm kidding.
We should be so lucky.
Pishadoo of the week. Zachy, I got 6 characters. I have 6 candidates for you.
Characters.
Candidate.
It better not be me. It better be the for running me. What a dick.
Candidate number 1. Renowned researcher Marty Martin, can't make that up, dubbed the ambassador.
To a kid.
Dubbed the ambassador of rattlesnakes. Died this past weekend at his home in Harpers Ferry, West Virginia. Want to guess what he died from?
COVID. Rattlesnake bite.
Bit by a rattlesnake, dead. What an asshole.
He took his work home with him. It's fine.
This is more of a baseball story. Candidate number 2. Your boy, Jason Papelbon, who is up there for one of the biggest D-bags that there is.
Still a thing? Isn't Jonathan Papelbon?
Yeah, same guy. You know what I meant.
Okay. That's the guy.
He is, giving credit to your boy, Edwin Diaz, who right now is coming into the Timmy Trumpets. It is really good. Even as a non-Mets fan, it's a great entrance.
Only good this year. He used to blow the trumpets to watch him get shelled. It was rough last year. They pulled this whole mariachi band out there to watch him give up 4 runs every time out.
Rumor is they're bringing Timmy Trumpet to play him out at some upcoming series or something, which sounds fantastic.
That's okay.
Papelbon came out and said his entrance was the best entrance ever, which you and I would both agree, fuck the Yankees. Mariano Sandman was fantastic, right? That was probably the best.
Hoffman had it first.
I do know that as well. But Papelbon is going... Do you know Papelbon's entrance song? Which I was like, okay, shipping up to Boston. But he goes, when that used to come on, people used to know. I'm thinking, I didn't even know it was a thing.
I liked Hell's Bells.
That was...
Wagner.
Yeah, that was really good too. But I hate Sandman, but Mariano's was the best.
Could have played anything. That guy was incredible.
Candidate number 3. There was a man that was overcharged 25 cents in rupees 10 years ago. After 100 court appearances, he officially was awarded the 25 cents rupees.
I love this guy's dedication. He's got nothing but time. I love this guy.
100 court appearances.
What is 25 rupees worth? Like a cent, if that?
I think it can't be more. Is there any
Half a
currency?
cent?
What other currency like trumps us real bad? I mean, I know with the euro we go back and forth. Is there anything out there where it's like, oh, one blah blah blah, that's like $1,000 American? Is there anything? Nothing,
No.
right? We're the gold standard.
Maybe the euros. That's it.
No, I said, but the euros is
Yeah.
like within 10 cents.
The yen doesn't buy anything anymore.
No.
I used to buy something in the early 90s. The yen was hot.
No, it's like 8-1. I went there.
Yeah, shit. You can get a square watermelon.
Zach, are you sitting down? I got bad news for you.
Guess who died?
France is running out of mustard.
Sons of bitches. I don't love their stuff anyway.
No.
That Poupon? No. Give me deli mustard from Katz's. Made by an old J.
Pardon me, sir.
Well, that's top notch. The best commercial of all time. It's phenomenal. Wayne's World knocked it out of the park. Knocked it out of the park.
But how are they running out of mustard?
I don't even know what that means.
So most mustard
seed
comes from Canada.
Didn't know that. Yeah.
Next candidate. The Washington Wizards are doing a very big
What did Gilbert Arenas do?
Agent Zero? I used to love me some. Pew, pew.
He was all kinds of gunny.
They're doing a throwback jersey to better days from long ago. And I watched this whole, like, we're bringing this throwback. Zach, if gun to my head, no pun intended, I thought it was their current jersey. I'm just, this candidate is teams that keep switching their jerseys way too much. The throwback was like the gold, the blue. I was like, isn't this their current jersey? I had no idea.
The Vancouver Grizzlies jersey, the bear.
Saw one recently with
great jersey.
Bibby on the
Big
back.
Country?
No, it was Bibby. We were like Vancouver Grizzlies, amazing.
Oh, I thought it was Big Country Reeves.
I remember that when he went to the Final Fours at Oklahoma State.
So big and white and fat. It was great. Okay,
I think they also drafted, I think, Stevie Franchise.
Maybe.
Do you know what college he went to?
No. He didn't go to college.
Last candidate.
So just teams in general that change their jerseys too much?
Like every other year.
Yeah. It's all just
it's a
jersey
lot.
salesman.
And then
no good. It's a basketball thing more than anything.
Last candidate, which is my favorite. Cracker Barrel has added vegan food to their menu. That's not the story.
Why?
The
vegans never set foot in that place.
The die-hard Cracker Barrel loyalists are really upset about this because they're the salt of the earth.
Are they Democrats, Republicans, or liberals who go to Cracker Barrel?
You know what it is.
Right in the middle.
They are so mad about the wokeness of Cracker Barrel. That's the hill they're dying on.
They love that hill. So what are my choices again? The Seattle Pilots, Cracker Barrel, Republican,
we got
father, and what?
The 80-year-old ambassador dying from a snake bite. Papelbon's entrance music. Who cares? Man overcharged 25 cents of rupees. France running out of mustard.
My hero.
Wizards throwback jerseys. Current jersey in my head. And Cracker Barrel wokeness.
I think it's France running out of mustard because that's just so stupid. And France should always just be pishadoo. But yeah, anything to do with Cracker Barrel, you know who the crowd is. And they've got plenty of them in the Northeast. They find that crowd.
They're hush puppies up there.
I don't think I've ever been to one. Jenna loves it. I got friends who his sister swears by it.
The country store is really good, and the hush puppies are good. Also, the rocking chair out front. It's a solid afternoon.
Best rocking chairs in the world, Charlotte Airport. You just get to sit there and rock and watch the hillbillies go by.
Oh my God, I spent a night there one week.
I saw my mom almost kill somebody at that airport, but we were trying to get home. Battle conditions.
Moving on.
Ron Katz is right. It's the ump that ran me. He's the pishadoo.
Moving on to trivia. Here we're talking about getting tossed. Do you know what else gets tossed?
I don't want the answer to the question, but
the correct answer is salad. Salad gets tossed. So today I am going to be testing your knowledge on tossed salads.
Oh my God. Chelsea.
Question number one. Which country produces the most lettuce in the world? Is it A, Canada, B, China, C, Spain, D, the United States?
Not Mexico?
Produces
the most lettuce. I am going to say China.
Correct answer is B, China. That's one.
They're the biggest space. They have like those lettuce wrap things. Those things that are really good with the hoisin sauce. Love those things.
Enough of this. Let's get R-rated. You ready?
Okay, let's dance.
Question the second. Which salad ingredient comes from the Aztec word for testicle? Is it A, avocado, B, broccoli, C, cauliflower, D, pea?
It's got to be avocado. They make
Correct
it in
answer
Mexico.
is A, avocado. 2 for 2.
They got some. Whoa. They must have some huge huevos. If an avocado.
It's the shape, not the size.
How do you know? Were you there with Montezuma?
No, I was there for the revenge.
We've all been there. A few of those avocados. And...
Question number 3. True or false? McDonald's salads are more fattening than their burgers.
I mean, gotta be true, because why else would you ask it?
You know, I was thinking you would do that. I'm going to start throwing in some stuff where you're like, oh. You actually made a comment about this last week. You were like, oh, you know what grosses me out? People who put all the
9,000 calorie salad.
Yeah, correct. You are 3 for 3 right now. It is true. Question number 4. In the 1930s,
Give me the dick the minute she sees me.
U.S. spinach growers credited which TV star with a 33 increase in domestic spinach?
Popeye.
Correct answer is Popeye. I didn't know if you would do that. Allison didn't know that.
Drinking notes. What does she fucking know?
And
olive oil is spelled O-Y-L.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, see? Now you're learning. This fucking guy.
For perfect 5 for 5. Plus or minus 7.
Oh, God.
The average American eats approximately how many pounds of lettuce each year?
How many weigh that much? I'm going to say they eat, the average American, under 7. I've seen the Midwest. I eat a lot of salad. It's tough, though. I'm going to say...
Roughage.
I know. Very regular. I'm going to say 64 pounds of lettuce.
Correct answer is 30 pounds of lettuce.
That's disgusting.
60 pounds.
The average... I probably do.
Yeah,
I have a
and
salad
the Midwest
twice a
is
week.
not. I'm glad you didn't get 5 for 5, though.
I have a salad a lot.
Is it tossed?
And then I go to lunch.
By the way, a lot of my research, there was a lot of aphrodisiacs in salad.
I cannot believe that's now on your search history. Hope the algorithm just destroys you.
There were so many like aphrodisiac type of conversation. I was like, what? For salad? What are we talking about?
Yeah, it's a highness. It's a stimulant.
Boozer Dad of the podcast. Thanks for listening to tonight's episode. We had fun. We're going to keep doing this. Like I said, tell a friend, share the episodes.
Something was so average.
You're so average.
Yeah, that's my thing.
Zach, any thoughts on the fatwa?
I mean, you buried the lead. You had a whole thing about them, and I put up, if they're real, that's Rushdie. I mean, it's a long time in the making. I mean, there's real dedication to a fatwa. 40 years fatwa. I mean, the guy wasn't even old enough to have read that book.
Waltz and I.
Yeah, I know. It's sad. He seems like an okay guy. He was great in Curb. You don't have sex with the butler. He was hysterical.
We out.